Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
You're mine. Hey, wahoo!
Here's Carr to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Throwing his Carr on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
To throw his Carr. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Throwing on second down. Carr. Flushed out right. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a third and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 now. Jackson being chased out left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. No score after one on EA Sports.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Bravo! 36, line 36.
On first and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go, here we go. 36 yard. Who's right? Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
He likes to go for the side.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission? And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Max Crosby able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. They run. It's Mark Ingram.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson is going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
29. 29. Hey, exit. Three down.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Throwing is Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken short. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they work this out past the 25. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill. Right, 36 to Mike. Getting away.
Here's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Will Compton. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Watch twins. Check. Check. 22. Check. Over. 22.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. Check. Crunch. 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 That's it. 36.
And the blitz does come. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 41 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touch. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. Nice knee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Jackson, option right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Max Crosby getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Carr now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, Delta.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Go, go.
Throwing his Carr on third down. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Carr going to go on fourth down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth.
Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Carr. And now here's another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Miles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Ready. Coming in. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. Roberts got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This will be caught by Brown. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Tight end's right. You got three down.
A first down throw for Kaiser. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead.
42. Raiders 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Kill. Yeah. Kill. You got it. Let's go, Mike. 50.
Jackson options out left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Jackson, option right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Jackson, option right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Now the Raiders bringing the offense onto the field as they'll try to make it an 8-point swing. Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion. And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted. This will be fielded at the 8. he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for all